it's Rachel from Cat and Sparrow, and today I'm just popping on to show you the difference between a hand-dyed fibre and a custom blended fibre, because I have my fibre on my website split into these two categories, so you can either have hand-dyed or you can have custom blended. And what that means is that a custom blend is something that I kind of put the information in to the mill to tell them what I want in the blend and how I want it blended, and then I get it back. In effect, all of my fibre blends are custom blends, but some of them are neutral fibre colours, so I dye them, and some of them are not. So for example, where are we? These two fibres here are custom blended, and I've chosen, with this one I've chosen a mix of Corriedale and Merino, and the pink is mulberry silk, because I just love these colours together. They just look so amazing. So this is Kite Flying, and this one is a mix of Corriedale and sari silk. So you can see the pops of the sari silk in here. So what that means is, compared to this, which is hand-dyed Polwarth, you can see that the colours on the hand-dyed fibre in this case are distributed along the length of the fibre. So I tend to dye it in short kind of stripes, whereas this one, the colours are distributed that way rather than horizontally. So all of the colours are combed together and then pulled off to create this comb top. So when you spin it, you won't be working through the colours sequentially. You'll be working through them all together all at once. With a hand-dyed fibre, it's relatively easy to separate out all of the various colours if you want to, and put them to one side and spin them separately. You can split it in half, and you can spin fractally. There's a lot of options with the hand-dyed fibre because of the way the colours are distributed. But with the custom blended, there are fewer options, just because you can't really separate out all these different colours. So I've got, this is some hand spun. I over twisted it, which is why it looks a little bit crinkly. But this is the Giverny colourway that I just showed you, although it's on a slightly different fibre, so it's not as bright. So you can sort of see that I've done a lot of barber poling, and there's various, you could get various sections where there's lots of lilac, although you get various sections where there's more kind of olive green popping through. And with that, I just plied it, I split it in half and plied it against itself, and you get that barber poling. But with the tickled pink, for example, I get a much more homogeneous colour with just pops of sari silk. So, oh my goodness, I've got all my accoutrements, but I keep dropping them. This has to be the least professional ever. Anyway, oh God. Right, so this is the Kite Flying that's been spun and crocheted, and you can sort of see these pops of pops of pink are pretty consistent throughout. And here, got it, here is the tickled pink, and you can see you've got these lovely pops of sari silk that just come through, but overall it's a fairly kind of homogeneous colour. So if you want your colour to be distributed more evenly, I guess, throughout, I mean, you can do that with the hand-dyed stuff. It just depends on how you separate it out and how you spin it. But with these, you can get a pretty consistent type of distribution of colour. So I'm going to go away and put some subtitles on this before I lose all my confidence and decide that I need to redo it.